There was a moment that didn't feel important at the time. Nothing dramatic. No pain worth mentioning. Just a small pause, where my body didn't respond the way it always had. I reached for something I'd reached for 1,000 times before, and my hand hesitated. Not because it hurt, not because I couldn't do it, just because it took longer. And in that extra second, something shifted inside me. I noticed it, and then I told myself it was nothing. I blamed the weather, fatigue, a bad night's sleep. I adjusted quietly. I sat instead of standing, rested instead of pushing, planned my day with more care than before. I didn't tell anyone, because as long as I didn't say it out loud, it didn't feel real. For a while, that worked. Life went on looking mostly the same from the outside. I still showed up, still smiled, still said, "I'm fine," and meant it mostly. But bodies don't change in isolation. Other people begin to notice before you're ready. Someone starts holding the door a little longer. Another person offers to carry something you've always carried yourself. Their voices soften. Their sentences end with questions instead of statements. Are you sure? Do you need help? Maybe you should sit. They mean well. I know that. Still, something about it lands heavier than it should. Because help, once offered, changes the shape of a relationship. And I start to wonder how much help is too much. There's a fear that creeps in quietly. Not of illness, not of pain, but of becoming a burden, of needing, of asking, of being the reason someone sighs, even if they never say it. I rehearse sentences in my head before speaking. Decide what's worth mentioning, what's better kept quiet. I don't want to be that person, the one people check in on out of obligation, the one they worry about, the one whose presence requires adjustment. And slowly, some people step back, not in cruelty, not in anger, just discomfort. They don't know what to say or how to act, so conversations shorten, invitations fade. It's easier to stay away than to face the reminder that bodies fail. I don't blame them. Not everyone knows how to sit with vulnerability that isn't theirs. But then there are others. They don't make speeches. They don't promise anything. They just stay. They call the same way they always did. They show up without making it a moment. They don't rush. They don't hover. They treat me like a person, not a condition. And in their quiet consistency, I learned something I never wanted to learn. That loyalty doesn't announce itself. It doesn't explain. It just remains. Still, something inside me shifts. I've spent a lifetime being capable, useful, reliable. Now I question what's left when strength fades. If I move slower, am I less myself? If I need help, am I still worthy of love? If I can't contribute the way I used to, do I still belong? These are not questions I ask out loud. They surface in the quiet, when the house is still, when my body reminds me of its limits. I ask myself things I never imagined asking. If I need help tomorrow, who will answer? When strength fades, does love fade with it? And underneath all of it, am I still me when I can't do what I used to do? I've come to understand something painful and strangely peaceful. Not everyone is meant to stay. Some people are meant for seasons of strength, others for moments of ease. Letting that be true doesn't require bitterness, just honesty. The people who remain show me what love looks like when it's inconvenient, when it asks nothing in return, when it isn't impressed by independence. And maybe that's the truest measure. Not who celebrates you at your best, but who stands quietly nearby when life narrows. I don't have answers. I'm not searching for reassurance. I'm simply noticing how relationships change when the body does. Noticing who grows quieter and who grows closer. And sitting with the question that lingers unanswered. When life becomes harder to carry, how do we measure love? And who is willing to help hold it? I let that question rest. No conclusion, no lesson, just silence. And the truth of it,